San Diego, a huge Chargers and Padres fan. And he starts his day in style. All 10 down to the kick for Mike Devaney.
Mike Devaney, one of the funniest guys off the lanes, on the lanes, very serious. Before the start of this match, I was down lane side watching Tony Reyes and Mike Devaney's ball reaction, and Mike said, I have nothing. Tony Reyes said, I have a really good look.
Interesting. See how it plays out. Tony from just outside San Francisco, California. Has all 10 down, each with a good start. This is Tony's 10th career TV show, and Chris Barnes would check out the Ace Hardware matchup. Each just the one career title. And Tony told us yesterday he had hoped his 300 game and the victory we just recapped for you in November would lead to a great season. It's been, since then, a bit disappointing.
Well, yeah, there's no better feeling than when you win that first title. You're full of confidence, and I'm sure he felt like he was going to build on that. However, it hasn't gone like he planned, but this will be a nice pick-me-up at the end of the season.
The good start continues for each.
And Tony did have to battle through some injuries for about 3 or 4 weeks, and you know how tough it is to try to beat the best in the world out here, Chris, when you're feeling 100%. So Tony had a little stretch there where he had some struggles, and he got into some problems physically with his game.
He did, but he's a product of a college program, and he's always been around coaching. He found a way to get out of it and use that coaching to his advantage.
Back to Mike Devaney, who has a 10 pin. Mike and his wife Carrie expecting their first child next couple of months. It will be a son.
Congratulations to the Devaney family, and I think Mike is feeling like whatever happens today is bonus, because he did actually tie Michael Haugen Jr. for the last spot on the show. They actually had to go to a one-game roll-off where Mike Devaney took care of that, 248 to 218, and probably feels like it's extended play now.
Well, yeah, it's a second life. He didn't bowl a very good game this decision round. He said he was very disappointed, threw some bad shots, only shot 199. He did throw a four-bagger late to get there and get that opportunity, but it's second life, and boy, he looks like he could be dangerous with a second life.
Gets some late help on the 7 pin, all 10 down for Mike Devaney, who's had very good seasons in the past. Last year, 7th on the tour in points. 12th this year, certainly will be under the number, which is currently 39 for the exempt list on tour points next year, meaning he'll have a spot in the 64 bowler exempt field next season. Tony trying to repeat the feat from Detroit back in November. And that's how he did it with a 17th ever 300 game. What a miraculous moment it was for Tony Reyes. So much emotion, dedicating that entire run to his late father.
Well, you notice here, he's playing a line that's not that much different than how he played him in Detroit. He's playing around 8-9. He's further right than everybody but Norm. He hooked him early on in qualifying, qualified fairly low, and then he marched through and was the only guy that challenged Norm at all in average during match play.
You can see the difference in this oil pattern than a couple of weeks ago at the U.S. Open, where the guys are actually getting it right of that rangefinder down the lane. Right there, you can see that the ball actually hooks from right at that spot.
This looks familiar, guys.
That was for you, LJ. You hang in there, buddy.
Four-bagger to start.
See if you can pick up the rangefinder down the lane, and that ball is about on the 7th or 8th board. And Tony said that his best carry of the week was trying to go straight.
Devaney tries to keep pace. Already down by 30. Cuts into the lead with another perfect strike.
I'll tell you what, Rainey, you said he didn't like his look very much. What do you think now?
It doesn't look that bad. And you know as well as I do, as many shows that you've made throughout your career, that there's a lot of times when it doesn't look very good, and about a minute or two before air, all of a sudden things change. The question is, why is that?
So Mike on TV, moving Texas, event won by
Moving over here.
Chris Barnes. 4th place there, 7th in Omaha, Council Bluffs. In Parkersburg, 36th. The U.S. Open he bowled well, guys. 7th place, and then here in Indianapolis making TV. So a nice run for Mike Devaney.
Yeah, he has been bowling awful well, and during the week off between the U.S. Open and here, he didn't take that whole time off. He went ahead and bowled the regional and won last weekend.
All 10 down for Mike Devaney.
Jumps on it. 3 in a row.
Went to a regional in Ohio, and as opposed to taking the week off for the rest of us, a lot of the bowlers needed 4 or 5 days off. Jeff Carter in the show today did not touch a bowling ball over the week span. Had some business to attend to back in Springfield, Illinois, and wanted to physically rest. Devaney did not. Opted to bowl a regional and won it, which he said helped his confidence a great deal. Back to Tony. Wheel. Yeah, stays perfect.
Tony jumps on it.
The boys threw a lot of strikes this week, and both of these guys had 300 games throughout the week. And remember that Tony Reyes won his first ever title in Detroit. Bowled 300 along the way.
Reyes the Motel 6 frame. Tony's on the front 5. Striking the 6th here. He'll earn $600 from Motel 6, the official lodging partner of the PBA. Also eligible for a $6,000 bonus if he throws a front 6 more than any other bowler on TV. Randy, it's about the...
Well, Chris knows all about the Benjamins. Right here, all about the Benjamins.
Uh-oh.
Didn't like it. Hey, almost crossed over for a Brooklyn strike, crossing over the head pin to get that lucky strike. Instead, he leaves a 10 pin, and he loses out on $600 from Motel 6.
He's been crossing about the 8th board. That one was right about the 12th one. He's lucky he didn't leave some shoe paint on that one.
Well, you know, Chris, maybe you should talk to Tony after the show, because apparently you're a little bit better at that crossover than he is.
Well, a great start for Tony Reyes with the front 5. He's already had his 300 game on TV this year. Right now, he's got a healthy lead on Mike Devaney, match number 1. Underway, the Pepsi Championship here in Indianapolis. Tony Reyes, thanks to the front 5, has the lead on Mike Devaney here. First match, step ladder bowling from Woodland Bowl, Indianapolis. Next week, we're headed off to Grand Rapids, Michigan for the 3rd of our 4 majors. We can't wait. 2 o'clock Eastern time, different start time than today. Be sure to mark that down. 2 o'clock Eastern, Denny's World Championship, $100,000 on the line. A multi-season exemption as well. Last year in this very building, Woodland Bowl, Indianapolis, World Championship took place. Walter Ray Williams Jr. won it. 4-season exemption, $100,000. Tied Earl Anthony's record, 41 times. Today, it's Mike Devaney here at Woodland Bowl with all 10 down as he climbs back in the match.
Well, Randy, you alluded to how much the lanes can change there at the end of practice. You had it where it looks really good, and then it changes 1-2 minutes before, which is the worst thing can happen. Looks like the best thing happened for Mike and went the other way.
Yeah, it really does. And as you know, when you start to get a good look, then you get free, your swing gets free, you get loose, and get some confidence, and the nerves go away. And he looks like he's got a real nice look. That, however, was a not so good shot. Gets a nice break here, trips the split out, almost leaves the 4-10. The 10 falls late, and he'll, with a spare here, will only trail by 10 in this match.
Gladly take that break. We saw him on TV last in Irving, Texas, where Chris won. He lost to John May in the semifinals. Chris defeated John for the championship a few weeks back. His last title goes all the way back, guys, to 2003, January 5th. Win over Bob Learn Jr., Mr. 300 in the final. He had to take on Norm Duke, beat our Norm Duke, 279-248. Been that long for Mike Devaney. Tony has 1 title as well. Can he make it 2 today? Perfect shot.
A little better. One more here. Come on. One more here. Oh, nice and smooth. Come on.
Tony winless, 145 events to start his career before his win in Taylor this past November. The former collegiate star at San Jose State.
Come on. Yeah!
Terrific shot again, Chris. And you know about collegiate bowling from your days at Wichita State, what that means to Tony's career.
Yeah, he's got a lot of experience in this format. And you listen here, he liked this one.
First team All-American, San Jose State, 93-95. Had some great years in college. Mike Devaney, also Californian, but from SoCal. Has him down. And Randy continues to put the pressure on Tony.
Yeah, well, I think it's the other way around, though, quite honestly, Dave. It's, you know, Mike Devaney can still shoot 259, but Tony Reyes is going at a 279 pace, and in my opinion, the only chance Mike Devaney has in this match is if he strikes out.
Stay there. Stay there. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
It did.
Oh, right there. Going nowhere. I'm going nowhere. I'm right there.
Randy, you talked about how Mike had to take on Michael Houghton Jr. positioning round match after that was bowled. As you see his perfect shot. He said nerves got to him a bit in that last match. How about his nerves now? How does he look to you?
He looks real good, and you know, Mike Devaney, known for a big hook guy. He likes to get in real deep and then fire the ball to the right. But as you can see, just another example of the greatest athletes out here on the tour. The greatest bowlers are versatile. They can play the lanes a lot of different ways.
And Tony has his path to the pocket perfected for now.
This guy just won't quit.
No, that's a great shot, and I really liked what Mike did there. He tried to ratchet up the intensity, just letting Tony know he was in it, made a little noise. There was enough on the line already, but he amped it up a little bit, and Tony answered right back. But Tony's no stranger to this place. This is his second show in 3 years in this building.
And if he strikes on this ball and gets reasonable count, he's going to advance. If he doesn't strike on this ball, Mike Devaney can get up and strike out to win. Carry. Oh, yeah. Puts him in the 260s. All he has to do now is get good count, stay behind the foul line, and Tony Reyes is going to advance and take on Ryan Schaefer.
Ryan Schaefer is the 3 seed. It's stepladder bowling here. Winner moves on. Loser is done. All trying to get to the top seed, Norm Duke. Our ESPN commentator / PBA star. Today's on the lanes. Tony stays high. 60 feet to success. Tony Reyes gets the job done. That's the clincher. And he had his path so consistently lined up today. Mike Devaney didn't bowl badly.
No, really a little bit of bad luck. He could shoot 259 here, and to not even have a chance in the 10th frame is a little bit unlucky.
We'll fast track here, guys, because this match has been clinched by Tony Reyes, so they'll hustle through the last few shots in the interest of time for us. And a good week ends here for Mike Devaney.
Well, keep in mind, though, that Mike Devaney had a top 10 at the U.S. Open where they were brutally tough. This week he makes a show on a fairly high-scoring pattern, so he's the real deal. He's got the whole package, and Ryan Schaefer said that he's one of the most underrated players out here.
Mike told us yesterday doesn't make a lot of shows, makes a lot of cuts, prides
that
himself
was a
on consistency,
very
and that was
good, awesome match.
tie in exactly to what Ryan Schaefer said about Mike Devaney.